Hey guys, you're in the studio with Luke from GuitarIQ.com. Thank you for watching this video. Today I'll be answering the question, how often should I change my guitar strings? Now this is a pretty popular question amongst guitar players, especially those who are just starting out. And there are a lot of different answers to this question. Some people will say you should be changing your strings every 2 to 3 weeks. Some people say you should only be changing every 2 to 3 months. Some people say they only ever change their strings every time they break one. The truth is, it really depends on how much someone is playing their guitar, what type of strings they're using, how those strings react to their particular skin type, and what they're actually going to be using their guitar for. That's why for me, the question of how often should I be changing my strings probably isn't the most helpful question we could be asking. The more helpful question for me has to do with why we should change our guitar strings, because that will give us a better idea about when we should change our guitar strings. For me, there are 3 main benefits for new strings, and the first one has to do with the most obvious, and that is the actual tone of the strings. Where older strings will sound duller and more lifeless, newer strings will sound brighter and clearer. This is because older strings develop wear and tear just by rubbing against the frets. They also become corroded just by being in constant contact with our skin. And this affects how the strings resonate and sustain, which obviously will affect how they sound. Secondly, this inconsistency that builds up over our string will change how well the string stays in tune. Okay, newer strings will generally perform better when it comes to tuning and intonation. And lastly, this wear and tear that builds up over the string will affect how susceptible the string is to breakage. That's why we can be a little bit more confident when we have new strings on our guitar. So new strings will help us get more clarity in our guitar tone. New strings will generally stay in tune better, assuming they've been stretched in properly, of course. And new strings are going to be less susceptible to breaking. So what does that tell us about when we should be thinking about changing our strings? Well, for me, some of the obvious examples would be any time we are getting a setup done on the guitar. We'd be looking to do that with new strings, because we obviously want to make sure any of the adjustments we're doing are as accurate as possible, especially when it comes to things like intonation. If we have an important performance, we'd be looking to go into that with new strings, because breaking strings mid-song certainly is not desirable. And lastly, if we're doing any kind of recording or work in the studio, we're going to be wanting to get the most out of our guitar tone, and putting new strings on our guitar is one of the quickest, easiest ways we can start to do that. So someone who's playing out a whole lot, either on tour or just doing a whole lot of sessions in the studio, might be changing their strings as regularly as multiple times a week. Whereas someone who has a more casual approach to how often they play the guitar and what they're using their guitar for is gonna need to change their strings a whole lot less frequently. It really comes down to a matter of personal preference. In any case, understanding why to change our guitar strings will help us make an informed decision about when we should think about changing them. Lastly, common sense applies. If we're not intending to change our strings all that regularly, then making sure we have a clean fretboard, playing with clean hands, wiping our strings down after we play, are all things which will help us get more life and playing time out of our guitar strings. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope that was able to answer the question for you. If you have more questions for further videos, then please feel free to leave that feedback. If you're interested in more content like this, then head over to the website GuitarIQ.com. Alternatively, you can connect with the channel on Facebook. All of the links will be in the description below. And lastly, if this video has helped you out, then please click on the like button, leave a comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.